So the king is just having trouble sleeping, and they're reading from the book of Chronicles to him about Mordecai helping the king. Esther 6:3. Then the king said, "What honor or dignity has been bestowed on Mordecai for this? Was there some recognition given to Mordecai for what he did for helping me? Honor for Mordecai, the king and his servants." And the king's servants who attended him said, "Nothing has been done for him. Nothing for Mordecai." Esther 6:4. So the king said, "Who is in the court? Who is in our open area of my castle?" Now Haman had just entered the outer court of the king's palace. Here comes Haman, to suggest that the king hang Mordecai on the gallows that he has prepared for him. "Hi, king, maybe we could hang Mordecai on my gallows that I just built." So the king said, Who is in the court?" Now Haman had just entered the outer court of the king's palace, to suggest that the king hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. Esther 6:5. The king's servants said, "Haman is there, standing in the court." There's Haman. See? So the servants, and the king said, "Let him come in. Come on in, Haman." The king, his servants, and Haman. So Haman came in, and the king asked, "What shall be done for the man whom the king delights to honor?" What do you think we should do, the king and Haman? What can we do for the man the king wants to honor, give honor to? The king's servant said to him, "Haman is there, standing in the court." And the king said, "Let him come in." So Haman came in, and the king asked, "What shall be done for the man whom the king delights to honor?" Esther 6:6. Now Haman thought in his heart, "Whom would the king delight to honor more than me?" Haman's heart was thinking, I'm the one the king wants to honor, of course. And Haman answered the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let a royal robe be brought." Royal robe, which the king has worn. Haman and the king. Now Haman thought in his heart, "Whom would the king delight to honor more than me?" And Haman answered the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let a royal robe be brought, which the king has worn." Esther 6:8. And a horse, on which the king has ridden, like a royal horse, which has a royal crest placed on its head, a royal symbol. It's an arrow. Haman and the king. And a horse on which the king has ridden, which has a royal crest placed on its head. Esther 6:9. Then let this robe and horse be delivered to the hands of one of the king's most noble princes. One of the king's most noble princes. Let it be delivered, that he may array the man whom the king delights to honor. The man whom the king delights to honor, the prince will dress up, then parade him on horseback through the city square and proclaim before him, "Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor." This is what you should do. Then let this robe and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the kings of the noble princes, that he may array the man whom the king delights to honor. Then parade him on horseback through the city square and proclaim before him, "Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor." Esther 6:10. Then the king said to Haman, Hurry, Haman, take the robe and the horse as you have suggested." I think you should take the horse and the robe. "And do so for Mordecai, the Jew who sits within the gates." Do all those things for Mordecai. Do it. The king tells Haman. Then the king said to Haman, "Hurry, take the robe and the horse as you have suggested, and do so for Mordecai, the Jew who sits within the king's gate. Leave nothing undone of all you have spoken."